Around mid-2012, there was a large trade mission that came from Alberta to Dublin, where a bunch of oil and gas companies, construction companies, attended a huge expo in Dublin. We always hear Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto as the go-to cities in Canada. But when you started digging deeper into Canada and Alberta, you just kind of see what it has to offer. I mean, Calgary, without even researching it, you might think it's a small town, but when you look into it, it's a 1 million person city. It's got the Rocky Mountains right next door. I mean, it's the opportunities for work-life balance are endless. I was very lucky to get a job with the Calgary Chamber of Commerce in their membership development department. And a large part of my day-to-day job was getting out in the community, interacting with entrepreneurs, solopreneurs that own coffee shops and laundromats, right up to executives at law firms, accounting firms, oil and gas firms. So since the Chamber, I've transitioned into a position at the Calgary Construction Association, where I'm the Director of Industry Engagement. And it's a bit of a nice blend of my previous position into a new industry. And when you land into Calgary International Airport, I mean, you think this is it. You're in the metropolitan city. And when I got into downtown Calgary, I loved the idea that it was a big town, small city feel. Like there's 1 million people in the city, but it's never felt overwhelming. It's never felt where I couldn't fit in here, or there's too many people where I can't get that opportunity for a job, or there's somebody else doing it and I'm too late to the game. The business scene is so diverse here, and like I said, the oil and gas scene is huge, but I've seen so many people really step outside their comfort zones to start up companies, to kind of follow their passions. And I mean, some of my first clients at the Chamber, for example, were 2 people that worked for a bank. They decided they wanted to go out on their own and start their own mortgage brokerage. Now they hire 70 people in the city, and that's 5 years later. Like that is for me, is just insane. I've got friends that worked in the emergency services that have started their own coffee shops, and now they've got multiple locations, they've got wholesale distributions. So it's one of those places that if you have a vision and if you really go for it, there's nothing stopping it from happening. I think one of the top 3 things about doing business in Alberta is the support network. I think it's one of those cities that whether you're an entrepreneur and you're all alone, or you're part of an executive of a company that's opened a branch in Calgary or Alberta, there is a network of associations, peer entrepreneurial groups, where you can tap in, and it's genuine people that want to help you genuinely succeed. I've never met anyone in the city that wants someone to fall. That's just not the mentality in the city. For me, the values I think are quite similar. Like I moved here as a 25-year-old young professional, had a great job back in Ireland, moved here for really the adventure. But once I got to Calgary and got ingrained in the business community, it's quite similar. I mean, the determination to succeed, the hard work, it's never 9 to 5. And I think Irish workers in general around the world are recognized for being hard workers. And I think when you come to Alberta, it's a very similar premise of this city's been hit with a very harsh downturn in the last 4, 5, 6 years. But yet everyone's still just going for it. The entrepreneurialism and work ethic is very similar in both countries. Immediately off the bat, wanting to stay in Calgary was the city, the people. There's such a diverse culture here as well. Like as an Irish person, I don't feel left out or feel like one of few. I mean, there's so many different cultures here, so many different ethnic groups, and it's a real welcoming city, I think. Out of all the provinces, I think the opportunities in Alberta are endless. Such a huge agricultural space here, the same in Ireland. Dublin has become the tech hub of Europe in many respects. Alberta is quickly becoming that of Canada. Oil and gas, both countries are very active in that space. The skilled workforces in both countries are huge, both English speaking. There's enough here for everybody. And I mean, if you really want to have that work-life balance of a great opportunity, great professional career, but also the ability to go to the mountains on a Saturday, go to a cabin in the winter, go skating, I don't think you'll get that anywhere else in the world. The reality is Ireland will always be home to me, But from my professional career standpoint, I don't think I could have got where I am as fast at home. And that's nothing to do in the country, but that's just when you come to Calgary, there's a real opportunity to knuckle down and just get on with it. Yeah, I think what I brought with me from home was just the determination to succeed. I mean, I think it's a bit of maybe it's a family value, maybe it's an Irish value, I'm not quite sure. It doesn't happen overnight. It's taken me 6 years to even get to where I am now, and to be quite frank, I'm not finished. I want to keep pushing and elevating to the next level. But I think hard work and resiliency and just being committed and trustworthy has really helped me be successful in Calgary. I hope those values continue to do that for me.